Store garlic this way, and it will stay fresh and aromatic all year long. Garlic is truly gold in the kitchen. However, to prevent it from molding, sprouting, or losing its flavor, it needs to be stored properly. For the first method, use a plastic bag. Place whole garlic bulbs in the bag. Take a piece of cloth, such as a paper towel. Sprinkle a little salt in the center. Slice a raw potato, and place the slices on the paper. Fold the paper into a square and tie it with a rubber band. This acts as a natural moisture absorber. Put this in the bag with the garlic, remove the air, and seal it tightly. Store it in a dry, cool place. The second method is my favorite. Separate the garlic cloves and peel them. Place them in a jar, add a teaspoon of salt and a chili pepper. Pour vinegar over it all. Close the jar, shake it, and store it in the fridge. This method not only preserves garlic, but also gives it a spicy, intense flavor. The third method uses rice. Pour rice into a tall container. Place the garlic bulbs inside and cover them with rice. The rice absorbs moisture and repels insects. This way, the garlic won't sprout or mold. Properly stored garlic gives you flavor and health for many months. I put a bunch of parsley in a jar. It stays fresh for weeks. Grab a large jar and some fresh parsley. Without proper storage, parsley wilts quickly and loses its aroma, so keeping it hydrated is key. Carefully place the parsley in the jar, letting the stems extend slightly over the edge. Now prepare a lid and a smaller jar or small container. Place the smaller jar on the lid and fill it halfway with water. Then set the large jar with parsley on top so that the stems are submerged in the water. Seal the jar tightly. This method keeps parsley fresh for up to 4 weeks, preserving its vibrant flavor. If the water becomes cloudy, simply replace it with fresh water. No more wasted herbs. I keep this meal even for a year. Start by blending cooked chicken fillets in a bowl to get perfectly shredded, tender meat. Then grate a cooked potato on a coarse grater and add it to the meat. Add chopped cooked carrot, raw bell pepper, and chopped parsley. Season everything with your favorite spices. Use salt, pepper, garlic, and sweet paprika to enhance the flavor of the meat and vegetables. Add 2 raw eggs and grated yellow cheese to the bowl. Mix everything thoroughly until you get a uniform, firm mass. Now shape small patties, gently flattening them with your hands. Coat the patties in a mixture of flour, water, and salt, then in breadcrumbs to create a crispy, golden crust. Place the patties on a tray in the freezer. Once frozen, put them into an airtight bag and store in the freezer. These patties only need to be deep fried. They'll be crispy on the outside and soft, juicy inside. Make them once, and you'll always have something delicious on hand. This trick is as old as the first stockings. You just need to take an onion and put it into the stocking. Tie a knot and add the next onions one by one. Separate each with a knot. Now hang them up in your kitchen and cut off only the onion you want to use. Onions tend to rot and contaminate other vegetables. Storing them this way prevents that problem. Use tape to keep tomatoes fresh for longer. Tape protects them from spoiling. The spot where the tomato was separated from the stem is more vulnerable to bacteria and moisture, which can speed up the rotting process. By covering this spot with tape, you create a barrier that keeps harmful elements out and extends the freshness of the tomato. Place a piece of celery in the bag with your toast bread, and you'll notice and taste the difference. Toast bread spoils quickly after opening, but if you add a bit of celery, you'll save the whole loaf. Celery releases moisture that prevents the bread from drying out and protects it from mold. Potatoes and apples are a great combination. You just need to place 2 large apples in the basket with your potatoes and cover them with a kitchen towel. The gas released by the apples prevents the potatoes from sprouting. With this method, your potatoes will stay fresh and good for longer. Your tomato paste will never go moldy again. Tomato paste is a versatile addition to many dishes, but unfortunately, it only lasts a few days in the fridge after opening before it starts to mold. I'll show you the best way to store it. Take some baking paper and cut it into equal pieces, preferably squares. Lay 1 piece flat, then spread 1 tablespoon of tomato paste on it. Place another square of paper on top and press down gently with a glass. Repeat until you've used the whole jar. You don't have to worry about wasting food. This method is quick and easy. Then, place all the paper pieces with the paste into a Ziploc bag and freeze them. Once frozen, the paste can stay fresh for a month or even longer. Just grab a slice from the freezer whenever you need tomato paste. It's the best way to keep it fresh, and you'll never have to throw it away again. How to freeze bread properly? You might not realize how many mistakes you're making when it comes to freezing bread. Often we buy too much, and before we can finish it, it starts to mold. The solution is freezing, but doing it the right way matters. Here's how to effectively freeze bread and avoid common pitfalls to preserve its flavor and quality. Don't store bread in plastic containers. This will cause it to lose its taste and texture, making it far from fresh once thawed. Avoid thin plastic bags as well, because they allow air to collect, leaving the bread less appetizing after defrosting. Also, never freeze bread in plastic shopping bags, such as those used for groceries or vegetables. Instead, try using parchment paper to separate slices. This prevents them from sticking together and makes it easier to remove only the amount you need later. Always freeze bread in small, airtight Ziploc bags to keep air out. Use the top freezer drawer for bread storage, as it tends to be less cold and more convenient. By employing these strategies and steering clear of common errors, you can enjoy your favorite bread for weeks to come. Freeze lemons and grate them to discover their amazing properties. How do you use lemons? Perhaps, like most people, just for garnishing dishes or adding a slice to your tea? Or maybe you squeeze the juice and mix it with water? If you think drinking lemon juice is enough, you're mistaken. Lemons have so much more to offer. Few people use them to their full potential. It's time to change that. Freezing lemons will provide extra benefits. A frozen lemon retains all its properties and more. To freeze a lemon, first wash it. Fill a bowl with water and add apple cider vinegar. The vinegar will remove toxins from the lemon. Wash the lemons, then dry them. You can let them air dry for a few hours, then place them in the freezer. The next day, remove them and grate them with the peel. Lemon peel boosts the immune system, fights inflammation, cleanses the kidneys, detoxifies the liver, regulates blood pressure, eases depression symptoms, helps fight cancer, and prevents asthma. Instead of just drinking lemon juice, try making smoothies with the whole lemon, including the peel. Grate the entire lemon, seeds and all, and transfer it to a jar. Seal it and store it in the freezer. This is the best way to keep it. Use it as an addition to cocktails, desserts, breakfast cereals, or meals. It's excellent for strengthening, cleansing, and detoxifying your body.